When I would approach girls, I would get in situations where I would just always overthink it. I would try so hard to build attraction and impress the girl, and it just would never land. And until I discovered this mindset shift that I'm going to share with you in this video, I used to overthink everything when it came to communication with women until I understood this mindset shift that changed everything for me. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the mindset shift that helped me naturally and effortlessly attract women that I was into without it being fake, without it feeling forced, so that just being in your presence will spark interest in women. I'm going to show you 3 techniques at the end of the video that'll bring all of this together. So first, what is this mindset? This mindset is probably one you've heard in the past, but I'm going to give you a spin on it that I think is going to completely change how you think about it, and it's indifference from the outcome. So usually what guys will do is they'll think, did she like this joke? Do I think that she's going to laugh? What should I say next to get her to respond? I wonder if she likes what I just said. Does she approve of me? Do I fit in with the group? And that's just going to leave this girl thinking, why does this guy seem so nervous? I'm just a person. I'm just a girl, right? I'm just a person that's hanging out, and this guy is putting me on this crazy pedestal. So when you're trying to detach from an outcome in the interaction, it doesn't mean that you don't care if the girl likes you. Obviously we care if the girl likes us. Obviously we want the girl to be attracted to us. That'd be stupid if we didn't want this girl that's hot, that we would like to have sex with or like to go on a date with, to like us, right? We obviously want her to like us. But what we want to focus on is how happy with our communication and how authentic did I come off in this interaction. So this is what indifference from outcome actually looks like. And you can actually show indifference from outcome while still caring about the outcome, which I think is what a lot of guys misunderstand. They think that I have to actually not care about the outcome in order to have indifference towards it. And that's not true. You just need to show indifference. So for example, instead of hoping that she finds something you say funny, assume that she already enjoys talking to you and say what you think is funny. Make jokes that you think are enjoyable. Talk about stuff that you think is interesting. That's how you're going to keep her engaged in the first place anyway. If you don't talk about stuff that you like, that you think is interesting, it's going to be really hard to keep someone engaged. You're going to sound bored. Instead of overthinking your next line, just say whatever you want to say in the most bold and decisive way possible and own that shit. In conversations, the best thing to do is not necessarily to say the right thing. It's to own everything you're saying completely unapologetically. That's how you can come off as the most authentic and confident version of yourself. So if you want to talk about the gym, if you want to talk about how you used to be in a top 20 World of Warcraft guild, or what your dorky World of Warcraft tattoo means, then you should talk about that. You should talk about how it's fucking sick. I would show girls at the bar clips of me playing Counter-Strike when I was younger. I would literally do that. They had no clue what was going on, but they could tell I was passionate about it and I was good at it, and they liked that. They were attracted to the fact that I was confident, that I had a lot of self-acceptance, that I didn't care if she walked away. I wasn't worried about, oh, am I coming off too nerdy? Because that takes so much pressure off of her. When you show minimal fear of loss in an interaction through detaching from the outcome and actually not showing attachment to any outcome, it makes it so much easier for the girl to get relaxed. And for women to get turned on, they need to relax. They need to chill out. They need to feel safe and comfortable around you. And this is the easiest way to get women to loosen up. So to wrap this all up before I get into the techniques, the most important thing that I think I ever learned when it came to what confidence in game truly is that confidence is not about knowing everything's going to go your way. It's about knowing that you're going to be okay no matter what happens. If the girl doesn't like you, it's going to be okay. You're going to look down at your hands. You're going to still exist. You're going to be here. And your life's going to be the same. You didn't have girls before. You don't have girls after. It's really not a big deal. Nothing changed. All that changed is you tried and you have a little bit more experience. So objectively, you're actually in a better position. So now I'm going to get into 3 of the 10 flirting techniques that I teach inside my school community that will help you show indifference from outcome in your interactions, so you don't show up as a guy that's nervous, fidgety, and really trying way too hard to get her to like you, which ultimately will turn girls off. If you want to join my school community, the 7-day free trial is active right now. You can click the link down below. So technique number 1 is a push-pull. And this is probably one you've heard before, but hopefully I'm going to give you some examples that will help make it more clear how to do this, because this can be a really tough one to actually accomplish. So a lot of guys, when they compliment a girl, there is no edge to it. It's just, hey, you're really pretty. There's no edge to it. It's just, hey, you're really pretty. I think you're really cute. And the girl doesn't feel like she did anything in order to earn a response. But if you're just teasing a girl, there's no warmth, there's no connection, there's no realness to what you're saying. It feels like you're trying to get something from her. So what you want to do is balance it out. So if you're going to compliment a girl, you want to also pull away a little bit. And this is different from negging. Like, you don't want to neg like a weird pickup artist from 2003. What you want to do is come up with, honestly, compliments that could go either way. So one example that always comes up is sometimes girls will have this kind of almost upturned, like kind of cute button nose type of thing. I actually really like it. I think it's very attractive. But I'll tell girls, it's really funny. You kind of look like Cindy Lou Who. It's really funny. You look like Cindy Lou Who from The Grinch. And it's like really cute though. And when I say that, they're not really sure how to take it. They don't know how to take it as a compliment. They don't know if I'm like insulting them or like being a dick. And so it's kind of like a weird middle ground. It's going to spike a lot of positive but also negative emotions. And in general, when you're using this technique, the last thing you want is to come off like you're too nice and you're just complimenting, or that you're trying too hard. And ultimately, when you tease too much and you troll too much, you just come off like you're super try hard. So you want to create a lot of contrast in your interactions. Some other examples might be if she looks like she'd be nerdy or, a little boring, you could say, you're actually kind of fun. I wasn't sure what to expect. And then if she asks why, you can say, well, I don't know, you have this kind of like nerdy, like librarian type of look. It's cute, but like, I just wasn't sure if you'd be that fun. Another tease that I literally just tell my clients to copy paste is, you're cute, but blank. So a classic one is like, you're cute, but I'm not sure about you. You're cute, but I don't know about the tattoos. That's a little trouble for me. Or I dated a nurse in the past. I'm not sure this is going to work out. These things, playfully pushing her away while also complimenting her and showing her intent. It shows that you're not scared to show intent. It shows that you have a sex drive. Hey, I have a penis. I'm actually, interested in women, but I'm also not so desperate that I'm not afraid to offend you. The second flirting technique you can use is misinterpreting her as flirting with you. A lot of conversations will just be question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. So maybe you ask what she does for fun. She says, oh, I like to hike. I like to go outdoors. I like to do X, Y, Z, whatever. Oh, that's cool. And then it stops there and there's nothing really going on. And the conversation kind of dies there, and then you have to ask another question, and then it's just the same boring pattern repeating over and over and over. What I like to do is I like to take her answers and assume stuff about her. So maybe she asked me what part of town I live in. I might honestly say, hey, listen, buy me a drink first. I'm not taking you home yet. And if I say that, it's really cocky, it's really over the top. I'm obviously being playful, but I'm interpreting what she says as her being into me. The last thing you want to do in your conversations is take everything at face value. You want to look for other interpretations for what it could possibly mean. And one mindset for this that's really good is, if this girl was really trying to get me in bed, if this girl was really trying to hit on me, and I knew that for sure, how would I interpret what she's saying? And how can I give her shit for that? How can I tease her about that and come off in a very cocky, playful, type of funny way? The third flirting technique that I want you to try is to let her fill in the gaps of the conversation. Okay, a lot of guys, they try to fill in the conversation too much. They're talking way too fast. They try to come up with questions. It's question, answer, question, answer, question, answer, right? You don't want to always do that. Let her come up with some things to say. She's going to be wondering why she's not doing any work in the interaction. And you don't want her to feel like that. You want her to feel like she has to work a little bit. Now, obviously, you have to build value. And I have videos on this channel on how to build value in your interactions. Because if you don't build value in the interaction, she's not going to feel the need to invest. But assuming you talk about yourself in an attractive way, you have a good vibe, you come off as confident and bold and charismatic, which is all stuff I teach how to do inside my coaching program, you will have enough value to where she feels like she needs to invest. So use pauses. You don't need to always say stuff. Just don't talk, look around, and she'll ask a question. Oh, what do you do for work? Or where are you from? She'll ask these types of things as well, and she'll start to qualify herself. Now, one final reminder about these teasing techniques and these flirting techniques is that you need to have validation from within and give yourself validation yourself and have real self-acceptance and like who you are, or else none of this is going to hit. None of it is going to play out well, because it's going to come off like you need her validation in order to like yourself and in order to have a success in the interaction. When I'm in an interaction, I've genuinely gotten to the point where most of the time I'm having a fun time in the interaction. I feel good about myself after the interaction because the interaction is at least half awesome because I like it. I like myself. I'm awesome. So the date or the interaction is going to be half awesome because I'm having fun on my own. And my worst interactions are always when I'm looking for a result or something from the girl, some sort of validation, some sort of acceptance from anybody else but me. And that's the most important thing. Remember, all of these flirting techniques, you have to genuinely like yourself and give yourself the validation that you need. You can't get it from the outside world. All right? Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.